In a remote valley of ancient Japan, surrounded by rice fields and mountains painted red in the autumn, there stood a small Zen temple nestled at the edge of a bamboo forest. There lived Master Daishin, a monk with a calm voice and deliberate steps, alongside a handful of disciples who followed his teachings of silence, compassion, and mindful presence. Among them was Renchi, the youngest. His mind was as fast as it was restless. He had come to the temple in search of answers, but what he found were tasks: sweeping, meditating, cooking, chanting, tending the garden. Day after day, Renchi felt nothing extraordinary happened. He thought that if he spent another day serving rice and raking leaves, he would die of boredom before ever reaching enlightenment. One overcast morning, while silently grumbling about having to prepare breakfast yet again, Renchi came across Master Daishin by the temple well. The old monk was slowly filling a wooden bucket, gazing at his reflection in the still water. "Master," Renchi said, with some impatience, "I've been here a year. I meditate daily, follow every rule, complete every task, but I still don't feel anything special. Where's the wisdom people talk about? When will enlightenment come?" Daishin didn't reply. He simply picked up the bucket and began walking back to the temple. Renchi followed, like a confused puppy. Over the next few days, the master said nothing about Renchi's question. Instead, he assigned him a new task: to deliver a bowl of rice every day to an old man who lived alone in a small hut beyond the forest. It was a long walk, nearly an hour each way, and winter was approaching. Every morning, Renchi grumbled as he carried the warm, cloth-covered bowl. He thought the master was punishing him or simply trying to get rid of him. Still, he obeyed. The old man's name was Takeshirō. He was blind. His hut was silent, filled with books in braille and a small altar with worn-out candles. Each time Renchi arrived, Takeshirō bowed deeply with a sincere smile and said, "Thank you. This bowl is more than food. It is life. You are very generous." At first, Renchi didn't know how to respond. He simply nodded, left the bowl, and left. But as the days passed, something began to shift. The old man's gesture never changed. His deep bow, his gratitude, his smile that seemed to light up the room despite his blindness. And Renchi began to feel something different. The path didn't seem so long anymore. He started to notice the birdsong, the texture of leaves, even the steam rising from the freshly cooked rice. One day, snow fell. The trees stood draped in white. The path was more difficult, and Renchi arrived with numb hands. He placed the bowl on the table, his brow furrowed. "Today was hard," he murmured. But Takeshirō, as always, bowed deeply and said, "Thank you. This bowl is warmth. You are my winter's kindness." Renchi swallowed hard. For the first time, he said nothing. He simply sat beside the old man in silence. The days continued. With each delivery, Renchi noticed how Takeshirō was grateful not just for the rice, but for the effort, the presence, even the quiet companionship. His gratitude was like the scent of tea, invisible, yet comforting and full. Finally, on a soft spring morning, when the cherry blossoms had just begun to bloom, Master Daishin called Renchi to the temple garden. "Tell me," the master asked gently, "are you still waiting for enlightenment?" Renchi lowered his gaze and smiled, a calm in him he hadn't recognized before. "No, master. I think I was just waiting to learn how to see." Daishin looked at him with quiet warmth. "And tell me, what do you see now?" Renchi took a deep breath and said, "I see that every bowl I carried was filled with life, and I only realized it when I stopped expecting anything in return." Takeshirō couldn't see, yet he saw more than I did. He taught me how to give freely, how to receive with humility. He showed me what it truly means to be grateful, even for what seems small. The master nodded. "Then you have understood. Enlightenment does not always come in a flash of light. Sometimes, it arrives with a humble bowl of rice. Gratitude is the secret doorway to wisdom. Only those who learn to say thank you from the heart can truly see the invisible." From that day on, Renchi no longer served rice out of duty. Every bowl became a sacred offering, every word of thanks, a lantern lit along his path. And though he never left the temple, some say that from that day forward, he walked as if he understood all the secrets of the universe. Gratitude is not just politeness, it is a form of awakening. When we give without expectation and receive with humility, the heart opens. And in that moment, inner peace begins to blossom.